Okay, we're on the west side of the house, and the meter's below grade, and it should be sealed on three sides. This is the electric service disconnect for the condensing unit. Excuse me, the electric receptacle outlet for the condensing unit, in case the technician wants to operate any vacuum pumps or any of that kind of equipment. It doesn't have to run a long extension cord. This is the electric service disconnect for the condensing unit. It looks like it's laced up about the way it's supposed to. It's supposed to be sealed on three sides. And about 2 more videos, I'm going to be over here talking about this guy, but I did not mention this in that video. So we're kind of catching some spares while we're doing some air conditioning here. Just going to come around here again. Probably the next video, not the next two. But this piping over the window, it comes out over the window it's supposed to. Okay, that's the secondary drain line for your evaporator coils. And when that leaks, that means that your primary drain line's not working. That's a warning. We've got a problem. We've got a problem with the evaporator coils. Okay. So that's not why we're here. We're here for the meter and the electric service panel inside the west wall. What I'm not seeing, I haven't noticed yet, is an energy rating statement. Okay, this is called the dead front cover. This is called the electric load service, load panel. I call it the electric service panel. Some people call it the breaker box. Call it what you will. It's called the load center. The electric load center, electric service panel, breaker box. This is the dead front cover panel. They did really good with labeling here, but see these stickers? Okay, that's called printing. That's the way it's supposed to be done. The handwriting does not meet the intent. Manufacturer's intent or the manufacturer's intent or the code. I didn't write that up. I did not write that up. According to this is the condensing unit. Okay, 2 and 4. This is the condensing unit circuit breaker. Alright? Well, what I'm reading is between 50 and 35. And okay, so it's the right size. It's the right size. I thought I caught it. I did. I was getting sneaky. Now here's something to know. The most current version of the code requires that condensing units be GFCI protected, ground fault circuit interruption protected. However, problems have been occurring with the GFCI protected circuits to condensing units, and so the state of Texas just issued an alert or whatever, an opinion. It says until they can investigate it further, they are suspending that part of the electrical code. So one day you may have some smart aleck home inspector saying this is not GFCI protected, but today when the house is being built, it's not required to be. So no foul today. The gaps around the panel should not be wider than 1/16 of an inch. So that compromises the fire blocking. Like you do not see the bonding location is not labeled in here. We know the bonding location is right here. You see that? Yep. We know the bonding location is right here, so it's no big mystery. But it's supposed to be labeled inside of here. This is the main neutral. If you don't know that's the main neutral, you don't belong in this cabinet. I can get that. It's supposed to be wrapped no fewer than 4 times, and that's 4 different strands, not 3 times, not 3 stripes. It's supposed to be wrapped 4 stripes. I know, right? Okay. Eye roll. If you don't know that's the main neutral, you don't belong in the cabinet. But I didn't write the code. I did not write the code, just like I didn't write the code about this handwriting. I didn't write that either. Okay, 1/16 of an inch. Now this cabinet was screwed into place. Screws are faster and tighter, I get that. Just stick some screws in it, Philip, let's go to the beer store. Oh, Doug, you're the fastest guy in the shop. I know, I'm getting a raise next week. All right, but, you know, screws are faster and tighter, but nails have what's known as shear strength. Okay? Screws don't have much tensile strength. These break. These can break. So if this structure was to experience a tornado, for example, well, if a tornado blew up your house, you've already got a bad day. But if it was to experience like a tornado, well, we got a hot rod over there. Okay, but if this house was to experience a very loud car or a tornado, I can hear the tornado coming. Listen to that. Woo! So this cabinet would stand a much better chance of staying into place if it was nailed in rather than screwed in. And then the piece of resistance is paint. Look at all this paint in here. Paint on your panel board. Are you going to add some breakers on all this contaminated surface? Are you? This is obviously in place. But see how fresh this is? See, this one was in place. They've come in and they replaced it. They put this breaker in. Since it was painted, how do you miss that? So would this surface not be contaminated with the paint? Contaminated with the paint? Manufacturer's warranty for this cabinet just went out the window. This is neither manufacturer approved nor code approved to have paint in here like this. What's the statistical relevance? I don't know. I see a lot of them like that. I just don't know. But I do know what I'm taught. I do know what I see. So what did we learn? We learned that our dead front panel was improperly hand labeled. We learned that we got gaps wider than 1/16 of an inch. We learned that we got paint inside of the cabinet. We learned that the bonding location was not posted. We have not found the energy notice. We've learned that paint was improperly installed and sprayed inside of the cabinet. That's what we learned. Alright. But we're not done yet. I got things. These are kind of electrical things. I just wanted to get in and get away from that noise. But we're in. We are in. When this house was just a little baby in the builder's belly, and they were building all the sticks and the receptacle outlets boxes were sticking out so that when we put our receptacles and our switches, they all fit flush to the wall. They all fit nice like that. See that? It's all nice. And then they came out with this nice brick pattern splashback. Nice splashback. Let's see how it sticks away from the wall. And now, this box. Remember the electric service panel? I'm talking about 1/16 of an inch. Now this box is sticking out. The fire blocking has been compromised. And they sell these things what do they call these things? Extenders. Goof rings. I'm going to have a link from YouTube baked into the report by a pretty handy girl. And she shows how she can install extenders that come out and seal the receptacles like they're supposed to. And they cost about $2 a piece. Alright? So you don't need one there. You just run there. You're not going to get them for $6. They're going to charge you sales tax and stuff. That's how they get you. But what I'm saying is for less than like $15, this could have been done right. And it was not done right. That's all. So I didn't make that up. And then we come in, remember the paint in the main service panel? Paint doesn't belong in any box. Any outlet box. Look at all those connections. Look at all that paint. What's the quality of those connections like? Probably a new box. At a minimum, taking all those connections out, new fresh wire nuts, checking all the connections to make sure the connections are made right. I'd like to see a new box. But you know what? If I'm buying the house, I don't know. Sometimes things get, confrontational. So, but really, all these wire nuts need to be replaced. All these connections need to be secured. And you know what? While the electrician's here doing that, how about, I got this idea, it's just crazy, but he could take a picture showing that all the connections were made right, and then all the wire nuts were put, so you got two pictures, one of the connections and one of the wire nuts. It's not difficult. So what do we learn? We learned that we do not have extenders. We learned that we got paint inside of our electric junction box. And then we learned all those other things with the electrical panel.